Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to go over a couple of last-minute NFL draft rumors surrounding the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Of course, round number one of the NFL draft is tomorrow, and there are a couple of things that Adam Schefter is saying that he has been hearing about a lot of different teams, right? But the two big things for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are one, the possibility of a Rachaad White trade during draft weekend, and two, the possibility of the Bucs trading down from pick number 19. Now, Adam Schefter didn't necessarily say anything concrete for either one of those scenarios. He just said they could trade Rachaad White and they could possibly trade down. Those are just two possibilities that were thrown out there. Firstly, in the case of a potential Rachaad White trade over draft weekend, I know that some people wouldn't mind seeing a guy like Rachaad White traded, and this isn't the first time White has been mentioned in trade speculation recently, but still, in my opinion, one, I hold the belief that the Bucs will not end up trading for Rachaad or trading away Rachaad White. I think that he is just a little bit too valuable to the organization right now. Yes, they do have Bucky Irving, but Rachaad White still did a lot last year. He was very useful in the Buccaneers offense. They would probably look to keep a guy like Rachaad White around unless they really got a big time offer that they just couldn't refuse, right? Now, I'm not saying like get a first round pick for Rachaad White, but like probably anything fourth round or above, you probably consider trading Rachaad White at that point, but anything below that, it's just not worth it, in my opinion. Number two is, again, like, I just don't see it. I think that the Bucs would want to keep White around. They would want to keep their good guys around if they are trying to win as many games as possible right now, which that is the scenario that they find themselves in. Now, the second scenario, in the case of the Bucs trading down from pick 19, that is a possibility. Okay, and that's something that we've talked about on a lot of levels here on the channel. I've been reading your guys' comments. You guys want to possibly see that happen as well, but it's all ultimately going to depend on how the board falls. Okay, it is ultimately going to depend on how the board falls. If there are players there that the Bucs are interested in and like, chances are they're going to pick one of those players. However, if they feel like they can move back a couple of selections, get a couple of draft picks, and still get a player that they like, then it's much more likely that they are going to trade back in that type of scenario. And of course, it still takes two to tango. You still have to have a team willing to trade up. Does that mean if a guy like Shedeur Sanders is falling, do you see maybe a team like the Steelers want to trade up or something along those lines? Maybe. We'd have to wait and see. Also, if a guy like Ted McMillan is still on the board at the Buccaneers pick at 19, do you see some of those teams that might need some wide receiver help? The Denver Broncos, the Houston Texans, some of those other teams that would be in that mix look to move up to get a guy like Ted McMillan. That is a possibility as well. Finally, there is a rumor going on that Kentucky cornerback is it Maxwell Harrison, I believe, is getting a lot of... There's been a few people out there that have been interested in the possibility or have been even, in some cases, saying, hey, the Bucs might be taking Maxwell Harrison here. I don't necessarily think that that's going to be the case at pick number 19. Feels just a little bit too early. I've been talked to my colleague Evan Wanish about this, and he does tend to agree that, hey, 19 is a bit early for a guy like Maxwell Hairston. The Bucs could still very well be in play at cornerback at pick number 19, depending on who's available, but it still feels like there will probably be better prospects available. Like if Donovan Ezeraku's available at pick 19, I think that the Bucs would select him over a Maxwell Hairston. Malachi Starks is available at pick 19. I think he would also be a guy that could very well be picked over Maxwell Hairston. I like Hairston. Good corner. Great speed. I mean, ran what did he run? A 4.28 40-yard dash. 5'11", 183 according to NFL.com. But for pick 19, Seems a little bit rich to me. So those are kind of the rumors going around right now. What do you guys think about all of this? Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. And as always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.